we move on to the next part, which is short selling, which is this concept that people really struggle with.
Yeah.
But this is the idea that you can borrow an asset, sell it effectively into the open market,
Yeah.
and then buy it back at a lower price.
Right. Okay.
And therefore make money.
Yeah.
I can see your eyes going slightly cross-eyed at this point.
Right. Okay. So, well, let's think of a working example, because like everyone is familiar with the term short selling, and it has the connotations of a sort of shrewd, perhaps, but kind of almost like Machiavellian layers to it, where people think like, oh, that guy is a real prick.
You can be ruder than that.
Because
he can be a lot ruder.
Yeah, like well, there's this idea. Like I have sort of mental images of some guy in a suit shorting a very healthy company because they're putting negative PR out into the marketplace to then rock the standing of the business, and then the business goes under and the short seller makes a killing, but 10,000 people lose their jobs. That's the sort of cliche, isn't it? The archetypal short sell. But where am I going wrong with that? Is that fair? Or?
No, I mean there are unscrupulous people who do that. But I think that's a sort of overly simplistic and potentially negative way of thinking about it. Let me rephrase it a different way. So you have an industry where all of the participants in that industry are aligned in the fact that they only want asset prices to go up.
Okay.
Right? So what we have at the moment is an industry where our pensions, our asset management businesses, our own holdings in companies that we might be involved in, all of us, and central banks and governments just want the price of things to keep going up and up and up.
Sure, yeah.
Now, the problem with that is it's not sustainable.
Right.
You can't have compounding growth at above a certain level ad infinitum, right? It's not just a perfect, beautiful curve going upwards all the time.
Right.
So what naturally happens, I can see you want to ask a question, but I want to get this.
Sure, yeah. No, you crack on.
So what naturally happens in markets is you end up with, for example, the Dutch tulip mania or the South Sea bubble, right? You end up with huge bubbles where asset prices just go up and up and up. So what you need to have in this ecosystem of finance is a market participant who is incentivized by making money by saying, do you know what? Those mortgage-backed securities that all the investment banks are selling are complete bullshit.
Yeah. Oh, right. Okay.
It's only the hedge fund guys who can do that, right? Because we're the only ones really that can profit from shorting equities in this case.
Yeah. So then I suppose that, like the devil's advocate or whatever would be that the hedge fund or the shorter in that scenario is the quality control of that investment. They're saying like, right, you guys are saying that this is going to go up and up and up and up forever. What I'm saying is that's ridiculous. And actually you need to look at the finite detail within it. And then you'll see that this is probably not as rosy as they're suggesting.
That's exactly right. It's a great analogy.